Untold story of Yellowstone star's acting journey revealed ahead of Kevin Costner Presents. The First Christmas. Kevin Costner revisits his spiritual roots as he presents his heartfelt gospel-inspired Christmas special, The First Christmas. Kevin Costner has brought us one of his most personal projects this holiday season, titled Kevin Costner Presents. The First Christmas. The Yellowstone star also opened up about his acting journey and spoke about the time, long before Hollywood, fame, and awards had entered the picture. With projects like Dances with Wolves, Field of Dreams, and The Bodyguard, it's rare to see him take on a purely faith-centered project. So, let's look at what Costner shared about his past, followed by his 1.5-hour Christmas special. A look back at Kevin Costner's early acting roots. Before the Oscars, before Yellowstone, and before we all knew his name, Kevin Costner was a kid who stood in front of a congregation, holding a shepherd's staff. Here's what he said about the start of his journey as an actor. Costner described himself as a rascal, which is a far cry from the poised Hollywood legend we know today. But this experience at church planted a seed that eventually led to him becoming one of the most respected actors in the industry. Kevin Costner on his upcoming Christmas project. Kevin Costner also explained why he felt compelled to host a gospel-centric special now, and it wasn't to play a character or revive an old role, but to return to the place where it all began for him. Costner said, Kevin Costner Presents. The First Christmas approaches the Nativity with profound emotional weight. He reflected on the reality behind the biblical narrative, talking about Mary, Joseph, and their experience, saying, this was a pregnant, unwed teenage girl, and Joseph was just as young. They were kids on this incredible journey. His goal with this special was not to preach, but to invite people in so they do recognize that this story has endured. So, what do you think about Costner returning to his spiritual roots for the first Christmas? Kevin Costner Presents. The First Christmas airs December 9, 2025, on ABC at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and will stream on Disney Plus and Hulu the next day.